us off. Good. So, chat. Another season of Pirates baseball to make me miserable, even after a day away due to a lovely power failure in my area. We still have to set up the team. I have made some position changes to actually start at pitcher, where closers, I moved people that had over 20 stamina to relievers, and any relievers that had less than 20 stamina got moved to closers, which includes Jose Lima and Chris Martins. So Irizarry got switched over. Ortega, Carlson, and Santana were both starters. If they had under 65 stamina, I also made them a reliever if they were a starter. So it gives us a little bit more depth. A little bit more depth. Did I see it today was the first time ever the Cardinals and Angels played without Pujols playing for either team? I did. And that's because there used to be such a thing known as stripping on camera. That's because there used to be a thing called leagues in baseball where you wouldn't have interleague play, which was fucking stupid, but also the best. I don't know which way I feel about it right now, given that we haven't had interleague play in a long time. But, you know, let's clean off the old glasses really quick, too. What's the rush? You can see the new relievers. It's great. It's great. Everything's great. We have fun here, don't we? My God. Hey, we don't have to pay for this. Not this time. Oh, next time, maybe. Next time, maybe. So, yeah, we moved a bunch of people around, and then same thing in the outfield. There might be a couple of people who played center that could move out to the corner, or vice versa. The whole deal. Can you still have a two-way player in road to the show that can hit 104, 105? Yes. Yes, two ways are still a possibility. All right, so really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with Raul. Double A, there's going to be a real shortage of pitchers. Let's go sign 3 trash bag relievers just to fill out that roster. I'm obsessed with Dirt Rally 2.0. I can't help you. There is no helping you. You're too far gone. Can't they add the ability to be a switch pitcher? That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet, to be honest. All right, so pitchers are good. Major League, we got to get David Sung back on the 40-man if it's possible. I don't know if it is. Shiz. All right, Corey Carlson, I think we can risk it. If we lose you, so be it. No big deal. Let's get Sung back on the 40-man, get you to the majors. The Fish will go down to AAA with Sato. Double A will be Lopez and Fodor with Mesa and Park in Single A. Works for me. Let's see. Maurice Burnett, you still continually somehow clear waivers. I don't think you'll make it this time, but let's find out. You'll be with Sixto in AAA, Uribe and Grove in double, Lon Styles in single. He'll never make it. Obama and Reyna. The pretty obvious triple, double, double. Whoops. Third base. Third base is going to be tough. We'll see what happens with old Joe Dale. I actually don't think Joe Dale is going to make it. We're going to have to try to put him through. Have those two guys in double. Shortstop. Real shortage of talent at shortstop now. We'll see what happens. And then the major leagues. In terms of outfield. God help me. God help me. Because Rick McCann needs to be on the roster. We are 100% going to lose some people to waivers. 100%. But Ricky McCann, how couldn't we have you play this year? How long can I possibly leave you in AAA for? Shit. Let's simulate a few days. We'll see what happens at the waivers. We do lose reliever Corey Carlson, which is a shame, but it is what it is. Lose him on waivers. He is the only one. So, Obviously, Guzman is going to be the one left out from left field. We'll see if he makes it through waivers. Timko or Pena. That's a tough call. Timko has decent power and very good speed. And then in right, I mean, Gaucho's 33. And typically pretty good. Damn, this sucks. Knowing that we're going to lose players to waivers is never fun. Unless we drop Reyna, which we can. If we lose him, so be it. If we lose him, so be it. Put Lowry down in single. The rest of it's good. I think Hinojosa at 33 can't be prioritized either. We'll see if he clears waivers. Let's see what happens with Ramon Hinojosa. Cleared waivers. That's shocking. Everybody did. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to get it down to 5. Which, unless I want Ricky McCann on the team, honestly, I might just have to play Rick in the outfield one more year. Oh my God, Gaucho signed forever and ever. Amen. Hinojosa's making 1.3. That's probably why it wasn't claimed. Ken Han's a damn good fielder. I'm going to drop Pena rather than Timko. He's got to go through waivers. And he does. I'm shocked how few players are being claimed on waivers here. So Timko could stay, or we call up Ricky McCann. I think we're going to drop Timko because we can. And Rick McCann will get called up once we take Henry Sixto off of the 40-man. We'll see if he clears. I mean, he won't be good until he is quite old. But yeah, we need Ricky McCann on this roster. It's time for this guy to gallop. It was time for him to gallop 2 years ago. So let's see. AAA. How the hell is this going to work out? 2, 3, 4, and then AA can be 1, 2. That's 5. It's not too bad. AAA has a real shortage of players. Right. Like a real shortage of players. Let's get Mobsky, what's going on? Let's get Gaudio back up there. Del Gaudio back up there. We'll call up Clemens to AA. Roberson's got to stay. Let's get Michael Leone in triple, maybe. At least got Lowry up to double. Carter can go to triple. Let's get Styles in double. Uribe can go to triple. And let's get Mesa in double. And Park is terrible, so let's just put him in triple. Actually, well, that doesn't make too much sense for us now, does it? Congratulations to Mr. Lopez. There we go. It's not the prettiest setup we've ever had. We have more talent than we know what to do with. But that also means we should be pretty good. In theory, maybe, possibly. If we want to finally win something with Pittsburgh, that would be cool. There will be no scouts that we look for. Top prospect list. We do have the number 5 prospect in baseball, Albert Werdekemper. We moved over to center field. Am I doing okay after the power outage? I am. It was fine. It was just boring as fuck. Got Ozzie Esposito, who was like a 6th round pick. He's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Andreas Mesa, the catcher. He is also on this list, as is Raul Maraville. So we have, wow, Wayland Hendricks is also on the, we have a lot of people on the top 50 prospect list. We haven't had this many players on that list in a long time. All right, so we'll have the youngster, actually, Irizarry. Yeah, you're a reliever. Get the hell out of there. So was Espinoza. Where the hell's my dudes? There we go. Grant Riley is also here. Right. Wow, that was very screwed up. Russell Hiller as a rookie will be moved down. We'll have Riley ahead of Dixon. That's a pretty good rotation. Like, really? That's not bad at all. And then the rest of the bullpen. Galloway is definitely our closer. It's going to be Galloway and Espinoza. So Irizarry, Spencer, Varela, Martins. It's not bad. Although, if we consider velocity and Ks, I mean, Varela doesn't get, or Martins doesn't get a lot of Ks, but he also doesn't give up a lot of hits. So he's a big pitch to contact type.
For those about to score, I salute
Espinosa the same way. Blake Dangles, the 21 months. I'm going to go with Chris Martins as our setup man. I like that option. I do indeed. Blake, thank you for the 21 months. How the heck are ya? I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I hope you're swell. I hope you're looking swole. Feeling good. Hi. Let's see. Swole is the goal. Lima. Velocity. We don't really have a great strikeout artist. Maraville is pretty good, though. Velocity. Very good at not allowing hits. Let's go with Lima as the setup man. Maraville is the closer. And then our double-A rotation has the chance to be tragic. Because we got three guys that do not matter that we will set up in the back end. That's looking good. Beautiful. All right, lineup-wise. Lineup-wise. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to think about this. It automatically puts Gutierrez at second over Scott Obama. I gotta be honest. That might be the right decision. Obama's had some injury trouble. I mean, Goody is 33. Jesus. So is Obama, for that matter. Almost can actually run for president. Dean is the backup third baseman. Hahn in left. We got Rivas in right. Liss in center. Gaucho on left. We're going to want Ricky McCann at left. What is better than this? Honestly, I think this is the setup. Not that I want Obama on the bench, but that is a very, very strong bench as well. This team should absolutely clean up. This team should be awesome. But it's Pittsburgh, so you never know for sure how it's going to go. Right? Right. But this team, more than capable of winning a World Series. We have seen teams of lesser strength win. We have the 15th pick and the 36th this year. I have no idea what the hell we're going to target right now either. We certainly don't need young catchers. We got that in spades. We don't need to worry about a first baseman right now because Vince Messer is here. We have a couple of project second basemen. Hello, Crash Andrews, you handsome devil. We have a couple of project second basemen, but nobody elite. Best player available is probably the direction that we're going here, let's be honest. Third base, I mean, Rick Gutierrez is 30. We don't really have a project third baseman. We don't need a project, I mean, project shortstop. I mean, yeah, honestly, it's best player available. We just got to look at the top of the board. We don't have a single position player to focus on. So what we'll do is take a quick scroll through these little sections here and just see if there's anybody who already has a good listed potential, just to find out. Doesn't look like any of them are going to exist, at least not immediately. 65 to 99 appears to be the cap. 70 to 94. We'd probably look at that guy anyway, but let's look at Randall Cordero. Anybody else? Oh, this is... there we go. Shannon Brandt. Mike Jones. We also got Roman Hahn. So, third and second base will be the focus for week 1. Because why not? A man named Elmo. I mean, it's 2040. How popular do you think... I mean, Sesame Street better be popular in 2040. Fucking Elmo and his paper towel roll. Come on. Legend. Legend. Roman Hahn looks pretty damn good. So does Brandt. Hello, Patrick Roberts. That's the type of player that we want to know about. Same as Jose Perez. There are some interesting second basemen in this draft. Do we have anybody else at first base? No. We don't need a catcher, but if we get a catcher and move him to like first or third base, it could be decent. So again, is there anybody? There is a Roger Aguilar. Perfect. Perfect. I am getting to the point of desperation where we might actually move the entire team around if we don't. That's a shame that he's an A potential because his overall sucks. We're getting to the point of desperation where I might just be like, fuck it, I'm moving to first base and to third base, even though it's not a secondary position. We're getting a little bit desperate. This dude's projected to go late. Charles Michie. Let's find out a little bit about Charles Michie, Christopher Holman, and honestly, even Kenny Whitley. But we'll go back. Let's find out about Rafael Torrero as a closer. Oops. Dude literally plays baseball. He can play any base. You know, with that logic, we should never lose again. Yeah, it's really not liking Michie. Likes Holman quite a bit, though. In terms of potential, the overall is going to be tragic. Really likes Torrero, which, I mean, he was the #2 projected prospect, so you would hope he would live up to the hype. There's Abdul Ortiz. Patrick Mortero. And Monty Baxter. A lot of closers. A lot of closers in this draft. We beat Colorado 16-4. Okay, I get that that dude's overall is going to be a little bit low, but unranked? Really? Both of them? Okay. I think the Kraken can give off Vegas opening year vibes. Oh, no, they do. They do. And I mean, for obvious reasons, right? Like, I mean, the Vegas run, 2018 in the grand scheme of things wasn't that long ago. It feels like it in some regards, but not in others. Honestly, let's just start looking at these damn closers. There we go. Then relievers. Why not? We are just not necessarily half-assing the scouting, but we're just trying some different things. 2018 was 74,000 years ago. Fair. 72 to 96. If they're above a 65 to 99, I want to look at them now. That is the game plan. And then we'll see what we can do from there. Just to see if any of these guys who our scouts think might be a steal actually happen to be a steal. Like Hugo Egan. Hugo Egan. Beautiful. 2040. And we have still yet to appear in a World Series. We've only made the playoffs once. And unfortunately, a lot of these relievers are, I believe the technical term is pooping the bed. Damon Page. As opposed to Dallas Page. Shoulders back, chest out. Anybody else? 72 to 91, Leo Castellano. Great mustache, but not quite the range we're searching for here. We already looked at Hugo. All right, I think we are, yeah, we're done on relievers. What about starters? Cleveland Cologne, projected #1 pick. Anybody else above a 65 to 99? Anybody at all? Ozzy Lopez. Ozzy Andrix Lopez. Did anybody else watch that show growing up? Shout out to Ozzy Andrix. Cleveland, the Cologne of Ohio. You're not wrong. I refuse to pronounce it colon because it's not. But hey. Let's see. Any rando starters? Cleveland, son of Bartolo. Ooh, that could be a good story. The next generation of big sexy. Yeah, at this rate, it's like great-grandchild for Bartolo Colon. Elias Matlock. We'll look at you. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Oswaldo Calderon. Osvaldo Calderon. Anybody else in the mix? Ben Zavala. Benjamin Zavala. Pirates suffer their first injury of the year. We are 34 and 18. I refuse to get excited off of past examples. It's catcher Ray Nunez. He'll be out for a week. Damn. Damn, I just beat someone in chess using a random move generator. I mean, hey. Sounds like me. I fucking suck at chess. All right. Terms of starters, looking a bit rough. I think we're going to have to actually start just searching out the best players in the draft. Oh, there is Rich St. John. Rich St. John. A lot of injuries this season. Surprisingly not, at least not yet. Claudio Castro, projected around 77th. Anybody else fit the bill of the type of potential steal? Dallas Herman. Game of chess is like life. You always... Oof. Existential tonight, Dimma. Existential. All right. Some of these players are okay, but in terms of like major steal category, yeah, not quite. Not quite. 75 to 89 Castro. Okay. So let's start looking at those who are projected at the top of the draft. Our scouts really like Alexis Franco as the #1 player. 77% scouted's fine. Let's take a look at Rodrigo Davila. We'll also look at Rod Boone. And Frederick Westbrook. Whole lot of starters, apparently, at the top of this draft. We are a month out. We suffer another injury. Right as we said, there haven't been many injuries. And it's Israel Gutierrez at second base, breaking his shin. That means that second base will now be played by Scott Obama, which I'm not against, because Scott Obama is still the man. Oh, no, it's the children who are... All right, their scouts really don't like Rod Boone. Can we get the 44s up in chat for Scott Obama being back in the lineup? Let's see. Let's look at Fernando Casilla. We'll look at Billy Bray Wyatt, which means he's going to be a massive disappointment. And at 50%, let's get full information on Davila. It is all starting pitchers this year, so that's interesting. That's interesting. All right, let's keep looking. Who else do our scouts like? It still likes Billy Bray Wyatt. I'll look a little bit more at him. Let's look at Jeffrey Beltre, another starting pitcher. And Corey Jacobson, a reliever. That's great. Pitching heavy draft. GG's. We are 13 days out. 13 days. Let's get more information on Frederick Westbrook so we can know for sure. Jeffrey Beltre as well gets another round of scouting, as does Damian Ciccone. More starters. All starters all the time. Let's go ahead and save so we don't lose our progress. I have been determined to not see that mistake made again. Be great. Great. Son of Russell. Sure. Sure. We are tied with the Reds for first in this division. And our final 3 players that we will be looking at are Danny Crocker, Fairy Godparents, Scotty Cameron, and Charles Chesick. Starters and relievers pretty much across the board at the top of the draft. The Red Sox acquire a Cosmo, but where's Wanda? The 2040 draft. God help me. How have we made it to the 2040 draft? Jesus. The New York Yankees have the #1 pick, and I hope they fucking blow it. The Yankees with the #1 selection. Select this guy, Cleveland Cologne, who does look like he could be fucking amazing. We were never going to end up with that guy. Good for the Yankees, though. They'll ruin him. Charles Chesick sounds like an old-timey Duke. Yes, Charles Chesick of Cheshire. Duke of Norrington. The San Diego Padres select starter Benito Vasquez, who was projected 75th. We'll see if they got it right. Big Benito. Chuck Chesick, yeah. And third overall, the Seattle Mariners select Rich Ramirez, reliever. I think I've seen a relief pitcher. I've never seen a relief pitcher go in the top 3. I've seen a closer. I have never seen a relief pitcher go in the top 3. They must really believe in Rich Ramirez. Wow. Dude, I will say, right, we had the Red Sox run. We had the short-term Japan-only run. And now here. I still see new things in this draft. I adore this draft system. It is the most fun in sports games. The most fun. The only mode that rivals it, because NBA's draft is boring as fuck. Madden's excitement over, and they got rid of it, but Madden's excitement over, oh, what X Factor. MLB has the best draft now in console-based franchise modes, and it's not even close. The IRL MLB draft a crapshoot like this. Maybe not to this extent all the time, but sometimes it can be, yeah. Atlanta gets Scotty Cameron, who was projected 7th. We'll go up to our pick since it's 15th. Why not? Angels at 5, Clayton Michaels, who was projected 30th. They need a training. They do have training for prospects, but it's very arbitrary. I still say, like, I don't care what anybody says. Madden has the most fun franchise mode. And it's not because it's great in the traditional sense. Shout out, I'll go with friend of the channel, Mr. Soft Drink TV. He and I have had some conversations. He is 100% correct when he says that Madden is a shell of its former self and isn't as great as it could be. He is 100% correct. But what makes Madden's franchise mode so fun for me every year is the player archetype system and how you can train up a player to be exactly the type of player you want them to be. You have the most control over player development in that game. Again, we're not talking about Football Manager and Out of the Park Baseball. We're talking about console-based. And Madden's still king. Again, I am dying for them to steal it in NHL. You have all those player types in NHL. I should be able to say, hey, this guy was drafted as a two-way. Or, again, for Madden, the attributes decide what player type you are. Not, oh, your player type's a power forward, but you're actually more of a playmaker who doesn't hit. You know? Madden's, oh my god, that guy was projected 102. Madden is still the most fun for me because of a player production standpoint. So, hopefully other people steal that soon. So, picks 15 and 36, the end of the competitive balance round A. Oh boy, what are we going to do? So, our scouts really do like Rafael Torreiro, Alexis Franco, Emil Gonzalez, and I got to be honest, you might be saying don't take a reliever here. If we double dip and get two of these relievers, our bullpen is going to be goated. And that has been a theme for us here in Pittsburgh so far, has been a very, very strong bullpen. Now, there are some second basemen here who also deserve a bit of a shout. I can't even hear myself think. Why don't you play System of a Down on stream a lot, even though you like them? Because Surge just yells all the time, and I can barely think. Okay, so if it's not going to be a pitcher, it's one of these two second basemen, Shannon Brandt. His attributes certainly don't look amazing. Or Roman Hahn, who also doesn't look amazing. I think we're going to double dip here. I think we are. If we were to take a starter, there's Billy Wyatt. A very good chance of him being a B. Davila, same thing. Would it be Davia if there's only one L? And then Westbrook, also a very good chance of him being a B. I mean, Gonzalez, Torreiro, Franco. Damn. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy. I want to try to double dip. I really do. The fact is, as well, Torreiro's a lefty. And we don't have many lefties on the team. I know some people be like, nah, you can't take a reliever 15th. Watch me. Watch me. Because we're taking the closer, Rafael Torreiro, with this pick, and we are hoping that Alexis Franco is there at 36. Welcome aboard, Mr. Torreiro. Will Franco be available? No. Well, hopefully we made the right choice. I'm not surprised the vast majority of players we are looking at are gone. We can still end up with Ricky Hoff, who has a phenomenal chance of being a B potential, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So we are going to pick up Torreiro and Hoff to bolster up the bullpen. As long as Hoff is a B, because his starting overall looks like it's going to be amazing. If he's a B, that's a home run pick at 36. Very happy with that. I can't imagine Brandt or Hahn will be available with our next pick. Mike Jones. Roman Hahn's available. Be a decent player to take a risk on, because otherwise it's not looking that good. I do want to go through and look at players that we scouted. So there's Hahn, there's Patrick Roberts later in the draft, who, again, our scouts absolutely hate. We know he's got a great potential, but his overall sucks. Then catcher-wise, there's Aguilar and Holman. Again, the last thing we need are catchers, but they're there. Nick Roberts, hello, hello. How the heck are you? And there's St. John, who's a guaranteed B. German's got a good chance of being a B. So does Zavala. This is turning into we are taking pitchers. That is what this is turning into. That is what this is turning into. This guy's projected 181. To be honest, we're pretty much going to go off of projection for where our scouts think they should go. So we are probably taking another reliever here in Mascara. 177 for Roberts. And the top guy is Hahn, who's projected 46. No remorse, 20 months, almost 2 years. Keep up the amazing work. I will continue to be tormented by these video games for your viewing pleasure. Thank you for the resub, buddy. I appreciate you. Well, if we were going to risk it on Roman Hahn, now would be the time. It's he or Sergio Mosquera. I think we go for Hahn. Another infielder, even if we move him over to third base. Because this is obviously going to be such a pitching-heavy draft. I think we go for second baseman, Roman Hahn. Give me 1 second. I did not clean up my... team sheet from the last draft, and I want to make sure I don't randomly think that someone's not there. There we go. So yeah, Roman Hahn is gonna be the guy. Welcome aboard, Roman, and let's hope you're closer to that 61 than the 46, huh? Now, if Mosquera is still available, he will not be at 89, but that would be amazing. Yeah, he gone. A lot of people are. So up next, in terms of projection, right on the money, right where our scouts think he should have gone. I mean, we have pick 89. He's projected 90th. It's Dallas German as a starter, which I don't hate if he's a B potential. If he ends up being a C, that's a bit unfortunate. But if he's a B potential, the Canadian's not a bad pick at all. So Dallas, welcome aboard. 4 players are still left. We'll go for starting pitcher Osvaldo Calderon in what has turned into a ridiculously pitching-heavy draft, that is. Round 5. 23 years old, guaranteed B. 22 years old, guaranteed A. 20 years old, guaranteed at least a B. I think we avoid Aguilar. Let's go for second baseman Patrick Roberts. Very low chance of him developing, but it'll look good. And perfect. Chris Holman's available for us there with the 6th round selection. I'm confident we had a good draft, which means this is probably going to be terrible.